All right, here we are in West Rutland Hinchy Gymnasium boys junior varsity basketball, about to kick off. Fourth game of the season already for West Rutland. They're facing Bellows Falls this evening. Bellows Falls JVs have played one game, 41-50 loss to Arlington earlier in the week. West Rutland comes in 3-0, wins over Long Trail, Poultney, and Rochester. May face a little stiffer competition this evening than they've faced so far, although the Long Trail game was a good one. A little bit of a shakeup in the starting lineup. Tyler Serrani, an 8th grader, has worked his way into the starting lineup. We got 22, Kyle Laughlin. We got Tyler Serrani, 14, going to jump. 30, Matt Hart. 10, Keith Wright Chapman, and 52, Riley Dow are going to be your starters for Westside. Starters for Bellows Falls: 31, Tim Salter Roy. 15, Jackson Brown. 33, Andy Goulas. Dribble drive, knocked out of bounds. I apologize. You got 31, Tim Salter Roy. You got 15, Jackson Brown. You got 20, Michael Mueller. You got 11, Isaac Wilkinson, and you got 21, Ryan Bashaw are going to be your starters for Bellows Falls. So Bellows Falls inbounds out to the three-point line, dribble drive into the paint, tries to kick it out. Kyle Laughlin there, and he finds Keaton Wright Chapman, who's been the point guard so far this year for Westside, who brings it up to midcourt, and he'll run some offense. Hands off to Matt Hart. Hart over to Serrani. Serrani to the wing. Kyle Laughlin. Laughlin, couple dribbles. Back towards the top of the key. Thinks about the bounce pass. Thinks better of it. And now chest pass over to Keaton Wright Chapman. Crossover. Hands off. That's Laughlin. Long shot. No good. Long rebound. Follows it. Comes down with it. Kicks to the corner. Keaton Wright Chapman sees too much traffic. Pulls it out. And he'll come back to the top of the key. He'll reset the offense. Good. Here we go. Chapman. Dribble drive. And they're going to call offensive. A little bit of a push off there. Number 4 was given a little body contact. Keaton Wright Chapman responded with a little bit of a push up, gets called for the offensive foul. That is the first foul of the game. We're at 6:58 in a scoreless tie here. Bellows Falls in the purple, Westside in the home whites. And not a lot of options for Bellows Falls. Nice job, Riley Dow. Good position to reject that pass. Dribble drive. Nice hustle. Keaton Wright Chapman shut that off. Floater up off the glass. No good. Laughlin rebound. And we're going to get a reach-in foul on Bellows Falls. That is on 11. Isaac Wilkinson picks up the foul. Huge JV squad for Bellows Falls. I think I heard the coach say 17 kids. So it may take me some time to find the player on this long list here. In the meantime, Keaton Wright Chapman drives. Foul on Jackson Brown, his first, second on Bellows Falls. Keaton Wright Chapman will inbound from under the hoop, bounce pass to Riley Dow. Swings it out to Matt Hart, back to the corner. Keaton Wright Chapman likes the three, puts it up, no good, and Tyler Serrani there for the putback, and then he misses. Kyle Laughlin picks up the garbage, puts it in for 2, and Westside immediately presses and gets the payoff. Turnover Bellows Falls is 2-0 Westside. 6:13 left in the first quarter, and they will inbound. Dow, nice position. And entry pass. What a great bounce pass into the lane. Got another quick foul on Bellows Falls here. They may add up in a hurry if it continues at this pace. That foul is going to be on Justin Panett. And Westside to inbound again. That's the 3rd foul already on Bellows Falls. Swing to Hart. Hart to the corner. Keaton Wright Chapman. Crossover. Nice defense for number 4 for Bellows Falls. Stays tight with him. And we're coming back out to the top of the key to reset the offense here. It's Keaton Wright Chapman. He hands off to Matt Hart. Hart swings to Laughlin. Laughlin to the wing for Tyler Serrani. Hart cuts through and gets the bounce pass. Looks for Dow. Dow kick out. Keaton Wright Chapman going to dribble drive. Nice up fake off the front of the rim. No good. Bellows Falls rebounds. And they're off to the races. Tyler Serrani, quick feet to get to the spot. Pass onto the block, Dow there, forces the kick out, and then nice help defense. Up, no good, rebound, up, no good. Bellows Falls continues the offensive possession. Coach Jordan Kohler for Westside asking this boy he's got to box out. Great screen, nice switch, and that pass forced into the paint. Matt Hart there, and he hands off to Keaton Wright Chapman. Patiently walks it up. We're down to 4:50 in the first quarter, still 2-0. And that's a high pick and roll. Dow comes out, sets the screen, and then rolls. Keaton Wright Chapman likes the three, puts it up, front of the rim, no good. Bellows Falls rebound, and they counter. Keaton Wright Chapman got to be careful not to get called for a reach there. That ball misses everything except the glass, comes down. Westside going to counterattack. Keaton Wright Chapman up, top of the key. Hands off to Hart. Hart to Laughlin. Laughlin to the corner. Back to Laughlin. Keaton Wright Chapman, top of the key.
Still run through, Kyle.
Dow sets the screen. That's a tough spot for the pick and roll. Dow gets a tough angle shot off. Missed, but West Rutland controls the boards. And Coach Kohler asking for a reset. Another screen on the wing. Keaton Wright Chapman. Bullet pass out to Dow. Dow up off the glass. Gets the roll, and it's 4-0 Westside. Nice make. And here comes more Westside pressure. Kyle Laughlin going to pressure the ball. We've got a timeout for Bellows Falls. 3:39 left in the first quarter, and Westside up 4-0, pitching a shutout so far. First quarter, we'll watch Westside come out of the huddle. And 4 for Bellows Falls. Jeffrey Rainville's been doing a nice job playing defense on Keaton Wright Chapman out up top. Here comes Westside. And same lineup with the exception of Matt Hart, 30, checking out, 11, Liam Boyer checking in. And here comes Bellows Falls, top of the key. Pass to the near wing. Bounce pass into the post. Dow establishes position, and Laughlin jumps on that loose ball, forces the tie up, and possession arrow says West Rutland. Keaton Wright Chapman, patient, walks it up. Now he's up to a jog.
Good, there he is.
Fakes the handoff to Serrani, decides to keep. Now it's a bounce pass into the post, a little wide, and Bellows Falls picks up that loose ball. Athletic attempt there, a little too strong off the glass. Keaton Wright Chapman comes down with a rebound, and he'll bring it up himself. Nice backdoor cut, Tyler Serrani. Bellows Falls player hedging a little bit on the pass around the top of the key. That's Boyer, corner for Laughlin. Serrani cuts through, and Laughlin back to the top of the key. Keaton Wright Chapman. A couple ball fakes, a couple dribbles, jab step. Hands off to Boyer. Boyer swings to Serrani. Serrani's going to drive it into the paint. Tough shot off the glass, and you can count that. Nose for the basket, Tyler Serrani. Almost mishandled there. And Bellows Falls pulls it all the way out to midcourt. Couple dribbles, they come near wing. Cutter covered, bounce pass to the elbow, loose ball, Dow controls and finds Keaton Wright Chapman. We got a minute 58 here in the first quarter. It is 6-0 West Rutland. And Keaton Wright Chapman's going to find a screen from Riley Dow. And Bellows Falls shuts that down. Boyer thinks about the three, thinks about dribbling into traffic, and then kicks it back out to Laughlin. Laughlin dribbles to the foul line, kicks to Wright Chapman. To the corner for Serrani. Serrani's going to think about it. A couple ball fakes, skip pass to Liam Boyer, and Boyer backs it out and hands off to Keaton Wright Chapman. Minute 25 left. Serrani to Laughlin. Laughlin swings to Boyer. Boyer forces the bounce pass, and it's contested but comes back down for Boyer. Nice strong attack of the hoop right there. Floater drops for Westside. It's 8-0. And Coach Toller asking somebody to stop ball here. They were a little confused as to whether they were going to press or not. A little bit of disarray on the defensive half. In the meantime, Bellows Falls trying to find a crack to get to the hoop, and that is a floater that misses everything. Comes down out of bounds. Second sub of the game for Westside. 5, Zach Farnham checks in. 52, Riley Dow checks out. And Laughlin hands off to Keaton Wright Chapman. Looks like we've got some full court pressure here. Keaton Wright Chapman elects to dribble and then jump pass forced to Farnham, and Bellows Falls comes away with it. Nice kick out, and that's a short baseline jumper. No good. Boyer. Nope. Laughlin there. He pulls it down. 34 seconds left. Westside might play for one shot here.
15. Set it up. Kyle, you're down. Randy, get over.
Keaton Wright Chapman dribble drive. Nice job of Bellows Falls to collapse on that. Laughlin thinks about it again, puts it up off the rim, then up over the backboard. Out of bounds. Bellows Falls ball with 17.1 left. Westside comes out with full court press, and that pass comes right to the scorer's table. So West Rutland will inbound with 14.3.
Nice reflexes, ball. See the handles? Yeah.
Kyle Laughlin rolls to Keaton Wright Chapman, save a couple seconds of clock.
Blue, 4, hold.
So foul called on number 4. We're at 8.4 seconds here. And Laughlin inbounds to Keaton Wright Chapman, then sets a screen for Keaton Wright Chapman. He's dribbling. We're down to 3. Somebody's got to put this up. That is Tyler Serrani at the buzzer. Just off the mark, off the rim. Long 3, no good. But we are looking at a 6-0 or 8-0 Westside lead. I'll have to double check. Looks like it is 8-0 Westside. We'll step away and come back as they break. So first horn coming out of the end of the first quarter here. Coach Toller giving last minute instructions. Changing of the guard on the bench for Westside. Donnie Dunches Jr. and Sr. have given way to Jordan Toller on the JV end and Keith Schneider on the varsity, with Toller assisting the varsity. And so far, each team's out to a perfect 3-0 start. Wins over Long Trail, Pulteney, and Rochester for both squads. And Bellows Falls inbounds to start the second half. Nice patience, finds the cutter, up off the glass. No good. We've got new players for you. Kyle Laughlin is going to push, and we'll cover other players who've entered. That's Tyler Serrani, who remains in. Mikey Barrett, number 3, comes to the elbow. So that looks like the lone change from what we had at the end of the quarter. With Keaton Wright Chapman checking out, that means Kyle Laughlin will run point. And nice strong move to the hoop there for Bellows Falls. Tyler Serrani comes back, picks up the foul. First on Serrani, second on West Rutland, and Bellows Falls to shoot 2. That ball rattles around but won't drop. Second shot coming. Second shot's good, and start of the second quarter, Bellows Falls is on the board. Inbound to Zach Farnham, and he dribbles into pressure and sends a pass that Liam Boyer needs to step back to. Bellows Falls off to the races. They put up another 2, and Coach Toller's going to talk a little bit about a press break here. He's got a quick timeout, 7:13 left in the quarter. And Bellows Falls immediate pressure after the make on the second foul shot. And it pays off with a turnover and a layup, so we're at 8-3. Pretty young JV team for Westside. Got a couple 8th graders, couple freshmen, 5 sophomores and a junior. And absolutely full bench for Bellows Falls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've got 17 kids listed on the program. I don't believe they all travel, but nonetheless, nice turnout for Bellows Falls on the basketball side. Laughlin dribbles through traffic and then forces a pass into the paint for Serrani. It's picked off by Bellows Falls. So the experiment of having Keaton Wright Chapman sit for a couple minutes is about to end. He's going to check in and resume running the point, and that pass right to Bellows Falls, and they are right back in this. Quick rebound, quick layup, turnover after turnover, and what was an 8-0 lead at the start of the quarter has eroded to 8-7, and that pass, fortunate not to get picked off, and Boyer is immediately trapped. I believe it'll be a call against Bellows Falls. Dow gonna check back in, Matt Hart gonna check back in. That foul is on Griffin Warius. His first, 5th on Bellows Falls. So Laughlin continues to run point here. Hands off to Hart. Hart comes near side. Serrani. Serrani, one dribble. Barrett in the corner. Barrett, tough pass to the top of the key, but Laughlin hauls it down and then charges through the defense and earns the layup. 10-7 Westside in what's become a much more exciting game in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Bellows Falls, as soon as they made their first foul shot, turned on the full court pressure, and West Rutland has not responded well. Dow had great position on that, but I believe he's going to pick up his first foul. Yep, first on Riley, 3rd on Westside. Bellows Falls to shoot 2. 6:02 left here, second quarter. And again, it was an 8-0 lead at the start of the quarter. And Bellows Falls has charged back into this. Free throw good, it's now 10-8. Matt Hart coming over to get a little instruction from Coach Toller. Second free throw, up and good, and it's a 1-point game. West Rutland needs to figure out how to get through this press here. And not a very good start. All right, they're off to Laughlin. Laughlin dribbles, overhand pass, finds Hart. Hart to Dow. Dow pivots, dribbles. And now Coach Toller asking his boys, we made it into the offensive half, let's run the offense. Swing pass, Laughlin, corner, Barrett. Barrett looks inside, nothing there. Floating pass, Laughlin. And Serrani looking to make something happen here. Finds a wide open Hart at the top of the key, and that's a 3. Nice work and a much needed basket there by Matt Hart. Makes it back to a 4-point game, but wow, defensive lapse there. Man wide open. And Bellows Falls is right back into the pressure. Hart comes back to help. Laughlin. Pass to Dow, and we're going to get a reach on Bellows Falls.
Don't make that pass.
Nope, we're just out of bounds, excuse me. But it was off Bellows Falls. Coach Toller asking his boys not to make that pass. So Zach Farnham in, Mikey Barrett out for the moment. Serrani, bullet pass to Laughlin. Laughlin likes what he sees, puts up the 3, skips off the rim, no good, and Matt Hart's there. Matt Hart, I say it every game, pulls in more than his share of rebounds. He's not exceptionally tall, he's not exceptionally long, but boy, he anticipates and gets to the spot and earns more rebounds than just about anybody his size. Very effective on both the offensive and defensive half. Serrani to the corner. Laughlin. Laughlin, top of the key for Farnham. Farnham's going to dribble drive, and he's going to get called for steps. 13-11 Westside, 4:28 left. Subs coming for Bellows Falls. And what was looking like a walkaway has turned into quite a game here. Bellows Falls do a tremendous job with the pressure, forcing turnovers and then converting them into points. Here's Bellows Falls, top of the key. dribble drive, and that's going to be on Zach Farnham. Nice clean hip check. That is first on Farnham and fourth on West Side. And Bellows Falls to inbound. Dribble drive, nice dish across the lane. West Rutland player flew across and got a clean block. Can't tell who it was. Now Bellows Falls is in the corner. Dribble up to the foul line, puts it up. West Rutland's going to get called for another reach. Fouls starting to pile up for West Side. That's second on Farnham, I believe, and fifth on West Side. 4:10 left in the half. Nice bounce pass onto the block, but Kyle Laughlin there to intercept. He slows down, goes behind the back, and now West Rutland can run offense. Dow at the foul line, fakes the pass. Now he swings to Farnham. Farnham likes it, so he puts it up. It's short, but who's there? Matt Hart, offensive rebound.
Hey, thumbs up.
Serrani.
Come up top. Come up top. Other side.
To Farnham. Farnham almost drags that back leg, picked up his dribble, finds Hart. And Hart's going to dribble top of the key, 3:40 left. Patient offense for West Side. Hands off to Laughlin. Laughlin, not a lot of movement. That's Farnham. Ball fakes, bounce pass to the block. Laughlin immediately double teamed, kicks it out to Farnham. Mishandled Tyler Serrani. Great hustle. Tracks it down, but as he plants his foot, it slips over the line, out of bounds. Turnover to Bellows Falls. We've got 3:23 left. And here comes Bellows Falls, top of the key. 13-11. Coach Toller asking his boys pick up some intensity on defense and get a stop. Top of the key, Bellows Falls. Looks for the bullet pass into the paint. Tipped. Now it's on the ground. Kyle Laughlin able to get a handle on that. And here he comes. He's got a pass to Farnham. Farnham likes it. One pass, one shot, no good. Bellows Falls rebound. And here they come. Nice job to slow down the attack, and that's going to be a long three off the back of the rim. No good. Dow gets a hand on it, but Bellows Falls controls. Dribbles into the paint, and West Side able to force the tie up there. And it is a West Rutland ball according to the possession arrow. Bellows Falls coach asking his players why they're dropping off. Pressure has been very effective. It's 2:47 left, and it's 13-11 West Side. Farnham dribbles into trouble, loses the handle. He needs to hustle back on defense, but does not. And the result is a layup for Bellows Falls. 2:34 left. What was an 8-0 lead at the start of the quarter has turned into a 13-13 tie, and Coach Toller wants to talk it over. So first horn, team's going to come out of the huddle here. Coach Toller trying to inspire his players, show a little energy here. Be West Rutland ball to inbound. And now Bellows Falls has dropped all the way back into a 2-3. Having never coached basketball, I am shocked that they're not going to continue with the pressure. We've got changes. It's Mac Perry running the point. And he's got the pass to the wing for Serrani. Serrani to Garrett Waite. Waite, bounce pass. Perry, nice job to step two. Very active 2-3. That pass into the corner picked off by Bellows Falls, and here they come. Mikey Barrett has checked back in for West Rutland as well. Great pass and excellent recovery by Tyler Serrani to get the clean block, knock that out of bounds and save a two. And we've got another timeout. Coach Toller going to talk. All right, team's coming out. Bellows Falls will inbound under their offensive hoop, and that's a three. Misses everything. West Side comes down with it. Here comes number 4, Mac Perry, the second 8th grader for West Side, playing up this year. Pass near side to Waite. Back to Perry, bounce pass to the foul line. Serrani immediately doubled. Kicks out, finds Boyer. Boyer, couple dribbles. Pass to Barrett, anticipated and tipped by Bellows Falls, but it remains West Rutland ball. Tough bounce pass to Perry. And Bellows Falls is playing some tenacious defense in this 2-3 zone. It's very active. That pass to Boyer. Boyer's going to dribble baseline and immediately doubled. Tries to swing around and get that ball back to Perry, and it's another turnover. And Bellows Falls has their first lead of the game. Zach Farnham going to check back in at the next opportunity. Bellows Falls has made an absolute train wreck of the West Rutland transition game, getting up after inbound passes after made baskets. Repeated attempts for Bellows Falls, and Mikey Barrett hauls it down, gets it across midcourt, hands off to Perry. Perry, top of the key, dribbles right, hands off to Serrani. Serrani backs it back out, and now he's going to drive, loses the handle, goes down, and as he regains control of the ball, his foot was out of bounds, so it's going to be another turnover to Bellows Falls. They have a 15-13 lead with 42 seconds left.
Right there, Timmy, good.
West Rutland off to a either 8-0 or 10-0 lead, and that has gone away. Coach Toller asking his boys to show some intensity, and here's Mikey Barrett, loose ball, and he goes up strong, and Bellows Falls player rejects that. No problem there. It'll just be West Rutland ball under the hoop. Everybody loves the big block, but it's really just an inbounds play from under your offensive hoop. So Laughlin finds Serrani. Serrani thinks about it. A couple jab steps. Now he comes up top to Barrett. Barrett. Floater to Laughlin. Laughlin off the back of the rim, three, no good, and here comes Bellows Falls. They've got players in transition. Nice job of Laughlin to hustle back. They kick out for the long three, no good. Offensive rebound, no good. Another offensive rebound, Bellows Falls. Westside getting killed on the boards because they're not boxing out. 11.7 seconds left, and they'll shoot two. First shot rattles home. 16-13. Subs coming for Bellows Falls. Second shot is good, and Bellows Falls will continue with the pressure. Serrani comes to Laughlin. Laughlin to Farnham. Farnham doubled. Long pass into traffic. Batted around. Wild scramble, and Mikey Barrett comes down with it, showing some energy at the buzzer. Bails West Rutland out of a tough spot. It's a 17-15 lead for Bellows Falls at the half. And we will be back. Teams are coming out of their huddles after halftime. Bellows Falls up 17-15, heading into the third quarter with the ball. Looks like back to the starting five for West Rutland. Keaton Wright Chapman checks back in. He swings up to varsity, so that may be the reason he took the second quarter off, to give him some eligibility to be up on the varsity bench in case he's needed. Skip pass, top of the key, dribble drive. Keaton Wright Chapman shuts the door on that. And that's going to be a reach.
Fouls on White, 1-0.
A little bit of a ticky-tack foul there. Second on Chapman, first of the half. So Keaton Wright Chapman, Tyler Serrani up top for Westside. Kyle Laughlin, Riley Dow, and Matt Hart. Complete your starting five for the second half for Westside. Dribble drive, athletic kick out, thinks about it. Now he comes near side. That's a long three that misses everything. And Bellows Falls with the hustle play and the finish. Keaton Wright Chapman tries to dribble through pressure. Gets ridden to the sideline. Steps out of bounds. Matt Hart out. Zach Farnham in. And Bellows Falls picking up the pace. Bullet pass to the near wing. Bounce pass into the post. Baby hook won't go, and Farnham with the rebound. Here comes Keaton Wright Chapman, and he walks it up. Be the first time West Rutland's run some offense in quite some time here. Bellows Falls has been problematic with their pressure defense. Got a hand on that pass. Farnham controls, and now he kicks back to Keaton Wright Chapman. Near side to Laughlin, top of the key. That's a wide open three. Serrani thought about it. Now it comes back out to Keaton Wright Chapman. Bellows Falls coach asking his players to turn it up a notch. Farnham back to the top of the key. That's Laughlin. Back to Keaton Wright Chapman. Not a lot of answers for West Rutland against this Bellows Falls defense. Near side, Serrani. Up fake, Chapman. Tries the dribble drive, almost picks up his third foul with the offensive push there. Keaton Wright Chapman dribbles, swings to Serrani. Serrani bounce pass to Dow in the corner. Dow picks up his dribble, skip pass all the way to Farnham. Farnham back to Keaton Wright Chapman. Back to Laughlin. Laughlin back to Chapman. Looking for the dribble drive. A lot of traffic there. Serrani thinks about the three, then comes back to Keaton Wright Chapman. Farnham cuts through, bounce pass to the foul line, and it is picked off by Bellows Falls, and here they come. Long possession with no result for Westside. Long bomb, high off the rim. Bellows Falls somehow controls, and Laughlin picks up the loose ball. It is 19-15 Bellows Falls, 5:41 left in the third quarter. And that's a hustle play right there for Bellows Falls. Getting down on the floor. West Rutland maintains possession due to the possession arrow. Serrani will inbound to Keaton Wright Chapman. Chapman hands off to Farnham. Farnham bullet pass to Laughlin. Laughlin to Serrani. Serrani baseball pass into the post. Mishandled. Out of bounds off West Side. Bellows Falls going to inbound, and West Rutland going to apply pressure of their own.
McGregor, hands up here.
Farnham pressuring the ball. Laughlin, Chapman, and Serrani all in the forecourt here. And Bellows Falls breaks it. But I believe that pass went into the backcourt is the call. So it is back to West Rutland here. Keaton gets the screen from Dow. Swings to Serrani in the corner. Serrani tries to dribble drive, kicks back out to Keaton. Keaton, top of the key, gets that arm out in front of him. He's going to be careful. He'll pick up his third. That pass to Farnham. Farnham ball fakes. Now he's going to dribble and hands off to Laughlin in the corner. Laughlin charges into the lane, goes up strong. Might have got bailed out a little bit there. Picks up a foul on Bellows Falls, and he'll shoot two. And that foul's on Ryan Kelly. Laughlin to the line for attempts at the first points for Westside in quite some time. Off the back of the rim, no good. 4:39 left in the third quarter here. Sub for Bellows Falls. Second shot coming. Second shot up. Believe it misses everything. Off the backboard, did not hit the rim, so it is a violation. And Bellows Falls going to inbound. West Rutland pressure all over the floor. And Bellows Falls able to work the ball up through the defense. Lost the handle, but regained it. Ball tipped out of bounds by Westside. Bellows Falls to inbound. Bounce pass. Not sure, maybe a kick on that. Ball remains Bellows Falls. A lot of traffic, and Serrani able to corral that loose ball. And here comes Keaton Wright Chapman. We're down to 4:19 in the quarter. Bounce pass to Dow at the foul line. Couple dribbles, looks for the kick out for Farnham. That pass wide. And that ball is called off Bellows Falls. Farnham goes into the back court for Keaton Wright Chapman. Keaton Wright Chapman going to dribble drive and see if he can make something happen here. Crosses over, goes to the left hand. Tough try, strongly contested by Bellows Falls. They come down with a rebound there at the 3-point line. Short baseline jumper. It's going to be a foul on Dow. So we've lost cordless Mike for the moment here.
Come on, White. Come on, White. Hands up. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. Gotta be strong with the ball.
Hey, Dylan, you got one deep. You got one deep, Dylan. Dylan, you got one deep.
Good job, Griff. Nice block, go get it. Let's go, let's go.
So,
Hustle back. Time out.
Look at time on here. Full timeout.
all right, we lost battery power on the cordless mic, which resulted in me missing the last minute and a half of basketball. Score remains 15-19. Heard a lot of action going on while I was changing batteries. Unable to tell you exactly what it was. And we are almost set back up here.
Kevin, we're coming to relieve now. All right, good man.
So we'll watch Westside come out of their huddle here. And apologize for those technical difficulties over the last minute or two. Bellows Falls to inbound. West Rutland going to employ full court defense, and there's a baseball pass to the deep man. He's able to go up strong, unable to finish, gets a rebound up off the glass and good. Here comes Keaton Wright Chapman. Bellows Falls extends the lead 21-15. Looping pass to Laughlin. Laughlin dribbles through traffic and then throws that ball over everybody and out. Bellows Falls pressure has just devastated West Rutland. Bellows Falls breaks the West Rutland press, looking for the bounce pass to the cutter off West Side. Out of bounds, 2:56 left in the third quarter.
You got 34, Mike.
Great up fake and nice finish, Bellows Falls. Keaton Wright Chapman finds Serrani. Serrani back to Keaton Wright Chapman. He dribbles far side and he's gonna get doubled. Back to Serrani. Serrani gets to the sideline and is stopped, forces a pass. 34 goes down hard, but West Rutland maintains possession of the ball. So we've got Serrani, Keaton Wright Chapman, Zach Farnham, Mikey Barrett, and Liam Boyd, Kyle Laughlin on the floor for Westside. That's Barrett trying to get down to the block, kicks out to Tyler Serrani. Serrani gonna dribble drive. And that calls a charge against Serrani.
I think it's 14.
West side, we gotta relax now. Hey!
So a little discussion about who that foul was on. It was called on 34, and now it's given to Cerani, his second. He was the player driving on the baseline. Bellows Falls able to break pressure. Laughlin gets to the spot, plants his feet. Bellows Falls player goes around and earns the layup. Keaton Wright Chapman swings to Cerani. Cerani back to Keaton Wright Chapman, who shows his frustration. Coach Toller calls a timeout, and they're going to discuss press break. We'll be back as they're coming out of their huddle. Here comes the Westside JV squad. It was a walkaway in the first quarter and is anything but. Bellows Falls up 6 with 2:11 in the third quarter, and I know I've said it several times, but this full court press by Bellows Falls has devastated West Rutland. Cerani and Keaton Wright Chapman, and that's a bounce pass. Cerani, great job to get there to it. Save the possession. Farnham to Cerani. Cerani's going to swing out to Keaton Wright Chapman. He's going to run offense. So we've got a 5-second call against Keaton Wright Chapman there. And Bellows Falls. Bounce pass to the block. Nice play up off the rim. No good. Athletic rebound. Bellows Falls got everything going right now. Offensive rebounds. Press break. Defense. They are firing on all cylinders. Matt Cerani checks in. Kyle Laughlin checks out. Keaton Wright Chapman floats a pass up to Farnham. Farnham athletic catch on the move. Now he is doubled on the sideline. Confusion about what the call is there. Whistle blew. And it's West Rutland ball on the sideline. Unsure what the call was. Looping pass, Keaton Wright Chapman. Bellows Falls coach asking for more intensity on defense. Bellows Falls extends, and that's going to be offensive against Keaton Wright Chapman. And he's on the verge of losing his composure after a 5-second call on an offensive foul. It's the second time they've called him with that push off of the forearm. First time they call it, you got to be aware of it and know they're going to continue to call it. Farnham lucky to not get a call with the body there. 2 West Side players go down. That ball up and handled by Bellows Falls. A lot of contact. And Bellows Falls dominating on the boards. Going to have a change. West Side's going to bring in Riley Dow, see if he can help out on the rebounding. Keaton Wright Chapman having a chat with his coach Toller. He's got 3 with 56 seconds left in the third quarter. First shot's good. Riley Dow checks in, Mikey Barrett checks out. And you can be sure on the make there'll be more pressure to come from Bellows Falls. That shot's up. Violation entered the lane too early, I believe, on Bellows Falls, and that gives them plenty of time to set up this full court pressure. Keaton Wright Chapman comes to Cerani. Cerani dribbles into traffic, goes down hard. A lot of contact, no call, ball out of bounds. West Rutland ball, Bellows Falls ball. And they go immediately to the 3-point line, and 12 for Bellows Falls started his feet before he put a dribble down. He's called for the travel. And Matt Hart to Keaton Wright Chapman.
Now drive middle.
Keaton Wright Chapman gets around his man, and that's a 10-second call. So Bellows Falls has found just about every way you can turn the ball over on a team. Got a 10-second in the backcourt. Zach Farnham tips the ball. Almost has the breakaway. Drives into the lane. I think Riley Dow got a hand on that, but it's West Rutland ball.
See it, right there, boom.
Bounce pass to Serrani. Serrani crossover. Kicks to Dow. Dow up off the glass. No good. Bellows falls. Great counter. 3-point line. 22 likes it. It is up and it's all net. And that's going to end the third quarter. Keaton Wright Chapman gets it to half court and he sends up a prayer. It is no good. Bellows Falls continues to pull away. It is 29-15 heading into the final frame. Coach Toller, last minute instructions, asking for some intensity out of his West Side Golden Horde. Bellows Falls will start with the ball, and a 14-point lead. 8 minutes remain. Keaton Wright Chapman extends the defense all the way out to midcourt, almost forces the travel there. Matt Hart extends the defense, 30, dribble drive, pulls it down, swings to the corner. Bellows Falls, pass to the corner, dribble drive back to the top of the key, dribble drive kick out to the far wing, now far corner.
Run it. 5 seconds. Come on. Good defense. Go get the ball. Let's go.
West Side able to get a stop and a rebound, and here comes Serrani. Keaton Wright Chapman. Screen from Dow. Calls on 31 against Bellows Falls. I believe they're going to call it on the floor. That is Tim Salter-Roy. Keaton Wright Chapman will inbound on the baseline.
No screens, Jack. See the ball. See the ball.
Dow establishes position on the block, but the ball in for Serrani. Serrani dribble drive, kicks out to Hart. Hart likes that shot. Off the front of the rim, no good. Kyle Laughlin, athletic rebound. Off the rim, no good. Dow up strong. Count the 2, and he'll shoot another one. Great work, Riley Dow on the block. Excellent position, came down with a rebound, went up immediately. Showed the power there. Got the shot to drop, and he'll shoot a free throw. Ball rattles around, and who's there? Matt Hart for the offensive rebound. Call is to Bellows Falls. Great position, Matt Hart, but in traffic as he was falling, and that ball carried out. And Westside full court press forces an error. So now they move the inbound to the baseline in the corner. Serrani. Great up fake. Kyle Laughlin sends the floater up. No good. Keaton Wright Chapman with the rebound. He's going to go up. Off the rim, no good. Dow up. And Bellows Falls comes down with it. Nice job, Keaton Wright Chapman, to stop the ball. Wide open 3. Matt Hart gets a hand on that. Keaton Wright Chapman tries to track it down. Loose ball. And Bellows Falls able to secure, but they got a call for backcourt. 6:22 left in Westside. Showing some life here. It is 29-17. Bellows Falls coach not happy with what he's seen so far this quarter. Nice to see the West Rutland players maintain intensity and keep playing. We will check back as they break the huddle. So here comes Bellows Falls out of the huddle. West Rutland already on the floor. You've got Keaton Wright Chapman, Riley Dow, Tyler Serrani, Kyle Laughlin, Matt Hart. 6:22 remains. And here comes Keaton Wright Chapman. Dow sets the screen and rolls, nothing there. Laughlin likes it, puts up the 3, and it's pure. 20-29, and here comes West Rutland with more full court pressure. Immediately doubled. Great job, Bellows Falls, to break that press. All alone at the 3-point line, and that's a corner 3. It is up and it's long. Dow, great position, hauls down that rebound and then rips. Love that position. And there's 5:45 left. West Rutland chipping away here. Keaton Wright Chapman dribble drive, floater pass over Dow, and Bellows Falls counters. Tough pass to handle, and West Rutland defense forces the travel there. Bellows Falls having their struggles against full court pressure. We'll see how West Rutland does. Tyler Serrani on the move to midcourt, bounce pass to Laughlin. Laughlin is going to go all the way for the layup, and here comes more full court pressure. It's down to a 7-point lead. West Rutland has not quit, and they're making a game out of this. Almost get the turnover there. And that's another travel on Bellows Falls. So West Side showing some life. Coach Toller likes what he sees. 5:14 left. It's a 7-point lead for Bellows Falls. Keaton Wright Chapman. Double, and he's got to go back to Serrani. They got to hurry up and get it across. Coach Toller calls a timeout, save the 10-second call there. West Rutland is having a heck of a time with this press. Bellows Falls, to their credit, has run it very well and turned in a lot of points off the turnovers. So first quarter was a walk away, but as soon as Bellows Falls made their first free throw and broke out their press, the game turned. West Rutland has turned up the intensity here in the fourth quarter, and perhaps it's turning back. 5:05 left. Coach Toller talking about breaking the press. Bellows Falls coach probably talking about the same thing. West Side breaks the huddle. They'll have the ball on their own half, on the sideline. And you've got the same 5 for West Side. You got 30 Hart, you got 10 Keaton Wright Chapman, 14 Tyler Serrani. In the forecourt, you got 22 Laughlin and 52 Dow. And Keaton Wright Chapman's going to be able to dribble up past midcourt for the first time in quite some time. Dow sets the high screen. 3, fights through it. Now he goes left. He's got to be careful of a 5-second here. He finds Dow at the foul line. Foul line, cutting Serrani. Serrani, what a crossover. Tight, and Dow up off the glass. No good. Great rebound. Little strong. He wishes he could have that one back. It's Bellows Falls ball, 4:44, and West Rutland stays with the press. That's actually a foul on Matt Hart, excuse me. Called for the hold. And Dow shuts the door on that drive. West Rutland able to recover and get back on defense. It's near wing. Now it's to the corner, and that's a jumper. No good. Woo, Laughlin throws it away. Keaton Wright Chapman calling for the tip there. He's not going to get any help. Appeals to the other official. Neither one of them is going to make a change on that call. It's Bellows Falls ball. Well, they're going to talk it over. And they agree. Bellows Falls ball. That's a travel. No call. Kick out to the 3-point line. Dribbles into pressure. Kicks back out to the 3-point line. That pass to the post. And West Side comes away with the ball. 4:17 left. A lot of game left, and here they come. Keaton Wright Chapman, top of the key, crossover to his left hand. They're going to call a reach on 3. They have been calling that part of the game very tight, have not been calling the body as tight, but calling the reach tight. So that is the second foul on number 3. That is the 4th foul of the half, and that's a dangerous pass. Kyle Laughlin, bullet pass. Great pass into the paint, and Keaton Wright Tyler Serrani with the finish. Athletic finish, and he's going to have a shot here to make a 3-point play. Tough angle, tough shot, and Tyler Serrani able to get it to drop and picks up the foul. Second on number 25th on Bellows Falls. And that's off the back of the rim, no good. Matt Hart tries for the offensive rebound, unable to get it. Bellows falls. Almost a travel. Coach Toller calling for the trap. Serrani extends the defense.
Come on, defense. Keep it up. 5 seconds.
Coach Toller asking for a return of the favor on the 5-second call. That jumper off the rim, no good. Keaton Wright Chapman rebounds and Bellows Falls drops back. Keaton Wright Chapman spins, floater off the rim, no good. Matt Hart contests and rips that ball away. Bullet pass out to Keaton Wright Chapman, top of the key. They're going to reset offense, 3:22 left, and it's a 5-point Bellows Falls lead. Nice crossover, and they're going to call the reach. That's 3 on number 3 and 6 on Bellows Falls. 3:18 left. West Rutland inbound. Dow posting up. Nothing there, right? Keaton Wright Chapman needs to get it in. He goes all the way backcourt for Kyle Laughlin. Smart play for him to drop back and be an option. Oh, Dow set a crushing pick right there. Laughlin should have kept going. Instead, he kicks it out. Keaton Wright Chapman has a screen from Dow, and Dow with the roll, athletic spin, blocked, has it, goes up strong off the glass, no good. And here comes Bellows Falls with the counterattack. Wild pass, but slowing it down. Bellows Falls short baseline jumper, rattles but won't go. West Rutland not there for the rebound. Bellows Falls pulls it down, and now we've got a foul call. If that's on Keaton, it's number 4. Nope, that's on Serrani. Don't believe fouls are an issue for him. I am wrong. That is 4 on Serrani and 7 on Westside. Bellows Falls to the 1-1 with 2:43 left. They've been stuck on 29 for quite some time. That's Isaac Wilkinson to the line for Bellows Falls to shoot a 1-1. First shot up. Off the rim, no good, and Bellows Falls secures the rebound. Pass, far wing, Serrani extends the defense. Coach Toller asking his players to extend it even further. That pass a little too wide. It is West Rutland ball. They are down 5 with 2:29. Plenty of time left. I believe they entered this quarter down 14, and their active full court pressure has forced some turnovers, and they've run pretty effective offense. Great pass into the paint. Keaton Wright Chapman up strong. Coach Toller tells the boys, keep the pressure up. Tyler Serrani goes flying. Did not see how he went down, but he's a pretty solid kid. Keaton Wright Chapman. Crazy action. Matt Hart all alone off the glass. You can count it. It's a 1-point game with 1:58 left. And I'll tell you what, West Rutland is going nuts right now for a JV basketball game. How about that, fellas? Student section likes what they see. Varsity boys getting ready to come in like what they see. And this has been an impressive quarter for the West Rutland Golden Horde. Coach Toller's got the boys rolling. Possession arrow to West Rutland. Not sure about timeouts. We've got to be just about out for both coaches. But what a tremendous quarter for Westside. Riley Dow needs a drink. Wild scramble for the loose ball. Bodies flying all over the place, and Westside comes up, puts the 2 in, and they're going to employ more full court pressure. So it was all Westside in the first quarter. Bellows Falls own the second and third, but the fourth quarter has been West Rutland. 1:55 left. Bellows Falls will shoot fouls the rest of the way. West Rutland will shoot 1-1 on the next. And it is the same 5 for West Rutland. They're putting some miles on. Matt Hart forces a long pass, loose ball. Serrani's there. He's able to get it, and it's tipped out, and it is West Rutland ball. 1:47 left. Holy smokes. Kyle Laughlin midcourt and fakes the handoff. He's got Keaton Wright Chapman on the block. Kicks out to Laughlin, and Laughlin drains a short jumper for a 1-point lead with 1:30 left. Long floating pass. Dow's there. We'll see what the call is. Dow had position, maybe a foul from behind. Laughlin flying in from behind, picks up the foul. First on him, 8th on West Side. And I believe they'll call it a shooting foul. So down 1, Bellows Falls to shoot 2. We're at 1:25 left in what has been an incredible 4th quarter of JV basketball. Rattles but won't drop. Rattles but won't drop. Make or a miss is big here. Make not only ties the game but allows Bellows Falls to get into their pressure. So number 4 for Bellows Falls, Jeffrey Rainville. Second is up, and it's no good, and Matt Hart rebounds, and that means Bellows Falls has to drop back. That also means Keaton Wright Chapman is going to be patient, and Bellows Falls is going to extend defense all the way out to midcourt. Keaton Wright Chapman, West Rutland going to be patient here. Tyler Serrani over to Hart, Hart to the corner, Laughlin. Tough bounce pass to the corner, that's Serrani, and he gets it out to Keaton Wright Chapman. Bellows Falls may have to start the foul here. And that is 1 and 1. Keaton Wright Chapman going to step to the line. Having a hard time finding a 12 on the program. I can't tell you who that is. That's his second. It's the 7th on Bellows Falls, and we are at exactly a minute left. Take a look at this crowd for a JV boys game. West Rutland loves its basketball. Keaton Wright Chapman going to shoot his second, see if he can extend this lead to a 3-point lead. On a make, they'll be able to get into their press. Bang! 3-point lead, and here comes the pressure. And Bellows Falls in a hurry. They're past midcourt. Dribble drive. They've got more time than they think, perhaps. They're running awful fast. That ball off the rim, no good. And that is Kyle Laughlin able to secure. And Bellows Falls is going to press even on the miss now. Keaton Wright Chapman picks up his dribble, and Coach Toller to the rescue with a timeout. Thank goodness he had one left. 41.2 seconds. It's a 3-point West Rutland lead in what was, I believe, a 14-point deficit coming into this quarter. Coach Toller has the boys believing. Full court pressure has been tremendously effective for both teams. And we'll see what the final 41.2 hold. It is West Rutland ball in their own end. That may be Coach Toller's final timeout. Maybe we'll check with Lori Serrani. Anybody got any timeouts left?
Nobody does.
Nobody does. All right. West Side scorekeeper emeritus, Miss Serrani, tells us there are no timeouts for either coach, so this 41.2 is going to roll. There's the second horn. It is the same 5 for West Side. Matt Hart, Keaton Wright Chapman, and Tyler Serrani in the backcourt. Tyler Laughlin in front of you. Riley Dow at midcourt, and we'll see how we do breaking this pressure, because you know it's coming. That's Serrani. He dribbles far side, and he is past midcourt and gets hammered. Goes down hard. He'll shoot a 1 and 1. Left a little skin on the floor. West Rutland fans know they're right in the middle of the game when that happens. Player lands in your lap. Serrani shoots a 1 and 1. That's the second on number 11 with 32.4 left. Big foul shots here. Off the rim, no good. Kyle Laughlin with a rebound, puts it up. Can't get it to drop, but he's gonna go to the line. That foul on number 31. That's the second on number 31. Laughlin to the line for a 1 and 1 with 31.7 seconds left. That's Isaac Wilkinson. No, it's not. Oh, it rattles through. That's Tim Salteroy with the foul. I apologize. Laughlin makes it as exciting as you can make a free throw. It rattles and then drops through. A make here will mean Westside can press again. Off the back of the rim, no good. Matt Hart with the rebound and the putback for two. It's 35-29. Clock ticking, 25 seconds left. And what seemed an insurmountable lead for Bellows Falls has gone away. We got a call of a travel here. Bellows Falls ball, 17.8 left, and they're facing a 6-point deficit. Coach Toller calling his players no fouls. That ball to the 3-point line, step back, nothing but air. Tyler Serrani with a mishandle. It remains Bellows Falls, but we're down to 12.6. Bounce pass into the lane, and that is Keaton Wright Chapman gets a hand on it, and he's going to go shoot a 1-and-1. He's going to shoot 2 because it's the double bonus. And that foul is on Isaac Wilkinson. That's 3 on him. Keaton Wright Chapman going to shoot 2. 6-point lead with 9.2 left. Sure. Coach Toller reminding the boys, no fouls. 9.2 left. No free trips, no free points. And the second is good for Keaton Wright Chapman. What an amazing fourth quarter for the West Rutland boys. That long 3 off the rim, no good. 2 up, no good. Clock is winding, 1.5 left. And that 3 is up, and it's no good. And West Rutland JV boys have a tremendous win over Bellows Falls. Student section going nuts. I'll tell you what, they say it's just JV, but that is awesome. We'll stay for handshakes, and then we'll see if Coach Toller can give us a player of the game. Be interesting to see who he picks as the PEGTV player of the game here. So I believe it was a 14-point deficit coming into the final quarter. And West Rutland comes out and wins by 8. Full court pressure working for Westside, and just tenacious. What great work. So impressed with the Westside JV boys. So here we are with tonight's PEGTV player of the game, Matt Hart. Fantastic job tonight, Matt. Was that fun or what?
Yeah, it was.
Is that the biggest comeback you've ever had as a basketball player?
I think so.
Do you know you guys were down 14 going into the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
And how many did you win by?
I don't even remember.
You won by 8. Great job by you on the offensive boards, man. You've always had a nose for the ball when it comes down. What do you think you guys did well?
I definitely think that we came out with more energy in like the last quarter.
You definitely did. Congratulations on player of the game. What a fantastic win. Good job.